Hey folks, Madamus here. This is our week in review. So, this is the second time I'm recording the audio and video for the vlog. I tried to use a different microphone this week just to kind of get maybe a little better sound quality, try to avoid some of the wind interference, and well, it didn't work out as planned. It actually was worse quality with a whole bunch of background digital noise. It worked well on my other camera, but not on my phone, so we're just gonna do it old school and old school, new school, and film on the phone. You got to be careful what you wish for, because last week we had received a buttload of rain. It was great. It was awesome for the garden. It was awesome for the fields. Things were very dry, even though it had been a pretty wet summer overall. We've had some really hot days, so it's made for some dry. Everything that hit the ground disappeared real quick. We were very fortunate. Our 2 harvest days, Wednesday and Friday, were nice, so we were able to get out, do some harvesting. It wasn't a big deal, which was really good. Yeah, we harvested Wednesday and Friday. We probably should have harvested again on Saturday. It was crazy. It was crazy. We're having a really good harvest right now. Zucchini, cucumber, carrot, peas, salad. Things are just really going wild in the garden, but things are also going very wild at the roadside stand. So me and Katrina from Adagio Farms, we kind of happened upon this idea. We were talking, shooting the shit, kind of joking around, and she has a farm stand, I had a farm stand, and we said, hey, let's get a Great Powassan farm stand tour going. So, started talking about it with others, and now there's 18 farms on this farm stand tour. Yeah, it's rocking, right? Who knew, right? We had harvested on Friday. That's typically our harvest day. It's when we have some time. And yeah, we did some amazing harvesting. The carrots, I'm just very happy with how our carrots have done. We have very clay soil, so we've amended several beds and did the carrots in those beds this year, and very happy with that. So yeah, it was great. And with the success of the roadside stand this year, on Saturday we sold out of produce, and I had to make a little sold out sign, and yeah, it's not a bad problem to have. So this week we're gonna be more mindful of it, and I'm going to harvest on Friday and Saturday so that we can supply the demand that we're seeing, which is really good, because we didn't do the farmers market this year, and we didn't do a CSA this year, kind of just with the Rona and everything going on. We said, let's just focus on the garden, and honestly, it's been a real big success, and so I'm looking forward to next year. Funny how you already start looking forward to the years to come, but I think it's very important, because if you're not thinking about the future of your farm, then the things that you're doing today don't help your future self. And especially when there's lots of work to be done, so much work to be done on a year-to-year basis, if you can do things now which are going to help your future self a year, 2, or 5 years down the road, when you're trying to do whatever project you're doing then, whether it's how you lay out your garden, whether it's setting up and amending beds that you're not going to use until future time, it's important, because all those efficiencies really help, especially when you're a small operation and you don't have staff, you're not bringing in people to help. You really have to be efficient with the use of your time on your property, just so that you can make it work, right? What else did we do this week? As a family, we stayed out in our yurt. So we got the yurt. It's almost ready, so close. A few final touches. I've already got it listed on Air BnB for rental starting in August. Description has that information, so check it out. If you want to stay on our small farm, rent out our yurt, have an awesome experience, check it out, and yeah, come support us. So as a family, my daughters have been bugging since before I had the yurt complete. Actually, I just had the floor set up, and they're like, "Can we stay in the yurt yet?" And it's like, well, we need the yurt first. So as a family, we set this bad boy up, set it up, got out here, did a little camp out. Yeah, super stoked. It's like I said, we're pretty close to opening on August 2nd. We're having a open house here on our farm. We're having a grand opening and a ribbon cutting for the yurt. We already have a number of bookings for August. September is still open. And we're, just looking forward to booking this bad boy out and having some guests come stay on our farm, enjoy the experience, and see what we do here, right? It's real nice. We don't really get a chance to do a whole lot of camping as a family. With the farm, with animals, with livestock, it doesn't really afford you those opportunities. So this was really great. We really enjoy camping as a family. My daughters go out with my parents and spend time every summer doing some camping. And they really enjoy the woods and the wilderness and just being out. So this was a really great opportunity for us. We had a nice little campfire, got to roast some marshmallows, tell stories, sing songs. And even better was after the girls went to bed and it finally got dark, the stars came overhead. And I am a stargazer. I love the stars. But unfortunately, in the summer, it doesn't really afford you the time when, let's say, good stargazing happens at like midnight, 1 a.m. I'm never up then. I'm in bed. It's like getting ready for the next day. If anything, you get up early enough to see the stars in the morning, but they're still not that great then. So getting an opportunity to stay up a little late around the campfire, just enjoy myself and see the stars, awesome. But on top of that, the Milky Way was just beautiful. We have such clear skies here, good horizons, amazing stargazing. So fortunate to be out here in the wilderness and have that opportunity. We do get a little bit of light pollution from North Bay in the north, so there's always kind of a mysterious glow in the north, but overall it doesn't affect the stargazing too much. So much so that I was even able to get a pretty good look at the NEOWISE comet. Just spectacular. The NEOWISE comet with the Milky Way and the stars and Jupiter right now is just like so big and bright. Highly recommended. If you come and stay, blessed that you have a beautiful clear sky, beautiful days, and have an opportunity to see the stars that I get to see all the time, mostly in the winter, unfortunately, but sometimes in the summer. And so get an opportunity. I think there's another week or two left where you're able to get a good glimpse of the NEOWISE comet. Otherwise, it kind of dips below the horizon at around midnight, 1 a.m., and it only gets dark around 10, 11, so it's a pretty short window. Get out there, see something unique, something amazing. In past times, comets like that would herald in a new age or signify something monumental or a change in the world. So it's very interesting that with everything going on right now globally, we have this comet passing through. It's fun to think about. Another thing we did this week was get some more hay. We cut our own hay here on our farm. We do our fields about 25-30 acres. I do one of my neighbor's fields, same thing, probably about 15 acres. And that gets us enough squares to fill our barn. But we don't have a very big barn, which means we're only putting 450, 500 squares in a given year in that barn. Our cattle herd has grown this year, and we are up to, I think, 9 head plus a couple steers. So we're going to have to bring in some hay, and we have to bring that in off farm. So we're buying about 50 bales from friends of ours up the road at Adagio, and they don't have large animals, but they have fields, which means in order to maintain those fields, they need to cut them and bale them, and they got to do something with that hay. So I knew that, contacted them. I knew they were going to be selling some. So I'm going to get my hay from them. It's just up the road, not too far, and it serves what I need. I don't need amazing quality horse hay. We're running heritage breed cattle. So yeah, I can support my friends. I can support local farmers, and I can support people in my community, in my farming circle. So why not? When I have the opportunity to do that, take those opportunities, because it helps them move forward with what they're trying to do. It helps me move forward with what I'm trying to do, and all around creates a supportive community. So support the farmers in your circle, whether it's buying their produce, buying stuff you need, services, whatever, right? Support them. Just go out. Don't go out to neighboring cities and towns. Even if you can save a couple bucks, support the people that are close to you, because that's going to benefit you and your farm and your community so much in the long run, that even if there is cost savings, which often there isn't, then, you know, those benefits outweigh those small savings that you might see. Plus it builds awesome community, and I'm all about that. So I loaded up the big wagon. Got 16 bales on that bad boy. I think I can do 18 next time, but yeah, it's still figuring out what I'm comfortable with. That was a pretty long haul for a pretty large load, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. I still really get giddy every time I'm on the tractor doing something unique like that, either digging with the backhoe or pulling a big load of hay, or I don't know, it just feels good. I'm a little kid again with big toys. But when we get it here, I need to unload it. So I have taken the bales off. We're stacking them. I'm using an old silage tarp from the garden, one we had used for stale seed bedding, one of the first tarps we got. So it's getting a little worn, tattered, ripped in a few places, just because it was one of our first tarps. And yeah, so I'm using that, repurposing it. Nothing goes to waste. It's covering our round bales. So I pulled that off, and I had to get the bales that I had off the wagon, stacked them with the tractor carefully, not to make a big mess or damage any of the bales, which of course I did. And yeah, put the tarp back on. So you can see down there, cover it up. I still have to go back. I'm going to get another 18 on the wagon, hopefully, and get them stocked up. And that should be good. That'll be about, I think, 48 bales that I bought off of them. And that should be sufficient. But it's so hard to judge. Depends on the length of the year. Depends on so many factors. So I have no benchmarking. So this is going to be a learning year. And if I got to go out and source some hay in the spring, so be it. It's not ideal, but that's what we'll do. You'll notice that the stock trailer is gone. It's up at the pigs right now. They're going actually to the abattoir this afternoon, praise be, and we will have some delicious fresh pork in our roadside stand. But before I could do that, I had to get the broiler birds out of it, which means I had to build a chicken tractor for the broiler birds to go into. So it's always like 1-step to 2-step to 3-step process on a farm, especially as you're running up against time. So I went out, I started building the chicken tractor. I used a Joel Saladin style chicken tractor this time, which I think is more conducive to like meat birds. We have 3 chicken tractors that I built in the John Sosovich style from Farm Marketing Solutions. Link to their YouTube in the description down below. They use more of like an A-frame style chicken tractor, which I like for our heritage birds because we're in there often. We're in there often, not only taking care of them, but looking through them, picking good quality birds, selling, all that stuff. So when you're in and out of a tractor like that, when you have to kind of get in down and doing, you know, like underneath and trying to get, and then you fall in chicken poop, and yeah, that's not really ideal. So that's why we built those style. But I think the meat birds, because of their shorter life and they're only in there for 4 or 5 weeks, that, you know, that's the style. It's a little cheaper, it's a little easier to put together. Now that being said, apparently there is a national shortage of chicken wire. Who knew? I guess because of the Rona and everything going on, the supply chain has been disrupted in a number of places, and chicken wire is apparently one of those things. So I was very lucky. I have an old chicken coop around back that we had built when we first moved in. So I kind of went back there. I'd been salvaging materials from that for the past couple of years, and had just enough chicken wire of the small square to get me through. So got the chicken tractor complete, got the reused wire on it, and got the broilers out. Just in time for the rain. Yeah, the trailer's up with the pigs. They're accustomed to it. Load them up this afternoon and take them down. Pretty happy about that. To finish out the week, we went down to deep into Amish country, down Chiswick Line, to visit Ann Dockendorf at Silver Rapids Farm. Anne is a market gardener. She is the manager of the Powassan Farmers Market, and she just runs an amazing garden. Has some wicked awesome things going on. And yeah, it was just a pleasure to get down there and visit with her and get to see her operation for the first time. We were selling her some of our chickens, so it kind of worked out. I said, you know what, I'm going to bring those down to you, and you're going to give me a little tour. So Anne was very grateful. Even though it was her harvest day, she took some opportunity to talk to me, take the tour. So it was really great speaking with her. She was market gardening for 7 years. It's really awesome to see what other gardeners and farmers are doing. Really neat just to see little things. You know, her gate, I saw just the way she had her gate set up. I was like, that's super awesome. I'm going to do something like that. And also get to see what she had doing in her garden, get to pick her brain a little bit. And it kind of really sets in reality whether or not we're on the right track or not. Not that what she's doing is the end all be all, but you know, when you get to pick somebody else's brain and find out that they're doing something or have been doing something for multiple years that you're just putting into trial now, and they've had success with it, it really gives you confidence that you are on the right track and you're doing the right things. So it's really great to do that, get to visit with her, get to see her amazing onions. I've had terrible, I am like, I don't know, onion deficient or something, because I just have terrible luck growing onions. I just suck at it. So we'll see. Maybe next year I'll take some advice from Anne and we will do something different and have an amazing onion crop. Stay tuned, check it out. We'll see, I guess. Yeah, so that was this past week. This week coming, we have just lots of cleanup to do, prep work. like I said earlier, we are doing our open house. We are having our grand opening August 2nd. And so we're just going to have people come down to our farm, see what we have going on. And part of that is getting it cleaned up, making sure garbage is away, that border edging is looking nice and trim, and it just looks prim and proper. And that's something that we will need to do going forward as well, especially as we have guests staying in our Airbnb. It's important to us that it looks nice here, that people want to come. They want to experience the small farm, really get a feel for what it looks like, but, not also stay on like a messy homestead where there's garbage everywhere or just piles of scrap or it just looks unorganized and messy. Which, to be fair, is kind of how it's been. But that's just more or less my scatterbrain. And even though there's been piles of stuff, it's always organized chaos, let's say. I know what's going on. It all serves a purpose, but aesthetically, not too pleasing. So that's kind of on the agenda this week. Like I said, pigs are going to market. We're doing some cleanup, taking some garbage and some scrap wood to the dump, and just kind of whip snipping and mowing and cleaning and just making it all look prim and proper. So yeah, I'm really looking forward. If you have an opportunity and you're in the area, come on out August 2nd to our farm between 10 and 4 p.m. Just see what we have going on. 1 o'clock is our ribbon cutting. We're going to have a little bit of a celebration. And unfortunately, because of the Rona, we're not able to serve any kind of food or have cake or anything good. But they were very accommodating. The health unit has been very accommodating and has allowed us to run this event with a few minor tweaks. Numbers, we have to keep track of some numbers, and there are certain precautions that we have to put into place, which is fine. We're happy to do that because it's better than not doing it. So yeah, so August 2nd, come on out to our farm. And if you don't have the opportunity but you want to come see what we have going on, book a stay in our Airbnb. Again, link in the description down below. It's an awesome experience. There's still lots of bookings available. We just got it listed last week, and but it is booking up. So August is pretty much booked, and we have some space in the months to come. But hopefully, once we start getting some reviews and get some stars on our page, then yeah, we'll be booked up. I'm looking forward to it. If you're here in this video right now, appreciate you guys sticking all the way through. It means so much to me that you watch, that you comment, that I just love interacting with my friends and the community, especially online. But yeah, it's really great to see all this and have you guys be able to experience and share in it as well. So if you're still here and you really like the content that we put out, you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, you know what to do. Subscribe, like, comment, all that jazz. Yeah, I'm not going to hammer it home, but if you do, I would appreciate it very much. It would make a farmer like me very happy. And yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great week. We'll see you guys next time. Cheers.